If you're looking to level Rogue as fast as possible, you're going to need the Twisting Blades Rogue with dual imbuments. This build is fast-paced and perfect for any player who enjoys high-intensity playstyles. Let's get right into it. Our basic skill is Puncture. You'll want to use these triple throwing knives to get resource, but also to make enemies vulnerable. Twisting Blades is our main core skill that does insane damage but can be tricky to use. After using Twisting Blades, the blade will impale an enemy for 1.5 seconds before it returns back to you. Dash will be used for mobility and steering our Twisting Blades towards groups of enemies, and Shadow Step will teleport you to an enemy while also providing Unstoppable, which is going to get us out of some sticky situations. Poison Imbuement is the best when it comes to boss fights or stubborn elite enemies, and Shadow Imbuement is going to be our main wave clearing ability. For our passives, we're going 1 point in Fundamental Puncture for Vulnerable, 5 points in Improved Twisting Blades for the Dazed status effect, 3 points in Sturdy for damage reduction, 3 points in Siphoning Strikes for some extra healing, 1 point in Discipline Shadow Step for the cooldown reduction, 1 point in Dash with no runes, 3 points in Weapon Mastery for extra damage, 2 points in Rapid Gambits for evade cooldown reduction, 1 point in Trick Attack to knock down dazed enemies, 3 points in Exploit for more damage to healthy or injured enemies, 3 points in Malice for extra vulnerable damage, 5 points in Blended Shadow Improvement for more damage, 5 points in Blended Poison Imbuement for more damage, 1 point in Shadow Crash to get to the 2 points in Consuming Shadows for more resource generation, 1 point in Precision Imbuement for crit chance with our imbued skills, 3 points in Innervation for resource generation, 1 point in Adrenaline Rush for more resource generation, 3 points in Haste for attack speed and movement speed, and finally our key passive Close Quarters Combat. Casting Puncture and Twisting Blades within 8 seconds will give us 20% attack speed, and a damage bonus equal to 40% of our damage versus crowd control. Rogue has 3 special passives to choose from after completing Rogue's level 15 priority quest. The first passive we have access to is Combo Points. The passive will give us 3 diamonds at the bottom of the screen that fill up as we hit enemies with Puncture. Using a core skill is going to spend these combo points for a nice chunk of damage. The second passive you'll unlock gives us our best boss killing passive, Inner Sight. Inner Sight will mark a target with a purple eyeball above their head. Using core skills on these targets is going to fill up our Inner Sight bar. After the bar is full, we have infinite resource and we can spam Twisting Blades for a total of 4 seconds before the effect wears off. Playing the Twisting Blades Rogue is all about rhythm. Make sure to start every new fight with Puncture for not only combo points, but we need enemies to be vulnerable. Use Twisting Blades once or twice on a high value target and try to dash to another group of enemies or anywhere that you think will hit the most enemies when Twisting Blades returns to you. This concept is going to be really important for the Twisting Blades Rogue. Since Poison Imbuement and Shadow Imbuement both have 2 charges when cast, be careful not to waste these charges on Dash or Shadow Step. The Twisting Blades Rogue is all about quick thinking and split-second decisions. Keeping an eye out on our available resource and the cooldowns on your abilities is going to be the key to your success. Here are some easy to get legendary aspects that are going to bring your Twisting Blades Rogue to the next level. Bladedancers Aspect is an absolute must for Twisting Blades Rogue. The legendary aspect makes Twisting Blades orbit around you after it returns to you, making Twisting Blades one of our best wave clearing abilities. To get this aspect in your Codex of Power, visit Jalal's Vigil in Skosglen. The Twisting Blades Rogue is a very resource hungry build, so you'll need the aspect Ravenous from the Shifting City and Dry Steps. This aspect will make your Puncture give you 50% extra resource after defeating a vulnerable enemy. Edgemasters Aspect is a general legendary aspect that works on most classes as a slight damage boost. You'll get 10% extra damage while at full resource, and less damage the more you spend your resource. Find this legendary aspect from the dungeon Old Stones in Skosglen. Aspect of the Umbral is another helpful resource generating aspect that will give us 1 extra resource for every enemy we apply a crowd control effect to. Our Puncture is going to slow every enemy we hit, and our Twisting Blades will daze enemies, so the 1 extra resource is going to add up over time. Ghostwalker aspect is a great movement speed boost after becoming unstoppable. For the Twisting Blades Rogue, this is going to be every time we Shadow Step to an enemy. Get this aspect from the Broken Bulwark in Skosglen. The Vampiric Powers in Season 2 add so much utility, wave clearing, and damage if you choose the right ones. Hemomancy adds amazing wave clearing damage every 4 seconds, and also gives us a slight boost in our survivability. Moonrise is going to give us extra attack speed and extra movement speed, which is perfect for the Rogue playstyle. Ravenous for even more attack speed based on our bonus movement speed, and Undying pairs great with all of our attack speed, giving us healing anytime we use a skill. And Prey on the Weak is going to give us some more vulnerable damage. If you found this guide helpful, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, good luck, and have fun.